What's up, everyone? Happy New Year and happy Thursday. Happy first PFO of 2026. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully, everyone's doing well and having a great one. Hopefully, your holidays were awesome. I know we all tried to take a little bit of a break over the holidays. So it was nice to, relax, catch up with family, friends, play video games, all that kind of fun stuff. And then, do all the like cleaning out stuff and checking out stuff and all kinds of fun stuff over the holidays. But hopefully you ate some good things as well too. It's always important to eat something yummy over the holidays. So hopefully everyone is doing well. Happy New Year. All right. So we got a lot to kind of talk about, I guess, and going on, coming up already, some announcements and everything like that. So welcome in, everyone. We'll probably say hi to everyone as well too. But we got some announcements. We'll do some unboxing, and you guys are just hanging with me tonight. So you're hanging with me. But David, thank you. I appreciate your 32 months at the Hall Pass. Look at that. Coming up on 3 years, David. 3 years. That's awesome. Happy New Year. So Vince is not with me tonight because Vince is celebrating something. So if you guys haven't seen over on their Instagram and that, they're celebrating an anniversary. So go say happy anniversary to Vince and Bree. They're taking the night off to do that. I know he was like sick all last week with the flu and all that gross stuff. So that's always crazy. And John's probably, I don't know, sleeping, taking care of the baby, running around. I don't know. So John's not here. John will be kind of, I don't know, for a while, but Vince will be back. Vince will be next time. But Vince is definitely, they deserve an anniversary night out for their actual anniversary. So hopefully they're having some fun and not watching PFO. And enjoying an anniversary dinner or something great that they're doing. Or maybe they went on a trip. Who knows? Maybe they surprised. Maybe they're hanging down at Disney and I don't know. Maybe they're doing that. So, what's up, Gator? Look at Gator hanging out with us for 5 months. Thank you, Gator, for being a Hall Pass member. If you guys haven't become a channel member, I really appreciate it. It does support a lot. We do whatnot shows and things like that, but the Hall Pass means a lot because we get a little bit from YouTube from ads, but like things like this help a creator. We spend a lot of time, effort into creating content every month, every week, and for the last over almost coming up on 6 years now, creating content. And it costs money to buy things, costs money to cost time to take things, takes away from like family, friends, all kinds of stuff when we do this. But Gus is coming in celebrating 15 months with us. Yeah, we all miss PFO, and that's why I was like, I'm doing it anyways. I know, crazy stuff. Funko for one, and I hope everyone's doing well. I know the flu can be brutal this time of year. It seems like holidays are a great germ mixture for everyone. Like they bring all the germs from other families to each other and then spread them to everyone else. And then everyone goes back to like schools and stuff like that and spreads even more germs. So hopefully everyone is feeling a lot better. And I hope everyone is doing well. So welcome in, Evelyn. What's going on? Jason, what's up? Jeremy, what's going on? I already saw David. I appreciate his channel membership. Susan, welcome in. Anna, hopefully you had a great holiday. Anna might be excited about some Thrilljoy. We'll talk about some Thrilljoy later because they have a lot dropping tomorrow. So I want to definitely talk about that. I'm leaving up this for a while because I don't have anyone else next to me. I'm going to leave it up. We have our charity auction on February 13th and we need all the bookmarks we can. So if you're watching this from anywhere, from any time, please do that. I appreciate you guys that are hanging out with me tonight. So I'm not lonely hanging out by myself doing PFO. That would kind of suck. Pop Funko UK, welcome in. Brian, welcome. YouTube Peace, welcome in as well. I see some earlier birds. I'm trying to go back. Travis was here. Appreciate you coming out. Randy, always appreciate you. So many people. I appreciate you guys because you're here every time we do a Thursday night. I know we're not doing every Thursday night. It was a lot on us for 5 years to do every Thursday night, and now a lot of it is on Vince and I. We just kind of wanted to go every other week because there's like every other week there's more to talk about then, I think, with some of the Funko news and that, and we can still put out video content for you guys and maybe do some other stuff like our whatnot auctions and our maybe they do in their family live and stuff like that. So we try to do all kinds of fun things to get stuff together. So yeah, it's always a fun time. I do have several things to unbox. Some of the stuff that came in as a mail call from some people. Some other boxes, I really don't know what they are. I think they're like pre-orders I did and things like that. So I figured we'd unbox them. And I have some. I haven't unboxed these. I feel bad because I got them and I put them away and I was like, oh, we'll do them. And then I forgot all about them. And I have a sealed case of Soulmates here. Tiny Go Soulmates, and they include some good ones, but it also has chance at, what are they, 2 different ones that are like rarer ones. So I think they have the rarer Chase ones of the Cobra Kai ones, and then the Deadpool version. There's Homer, there's Marty McFly, Funko 401. Did you ever get that one? There's Marty McFly hanging out there. There's Wednesday Addams, Superman. We got some good ones in this. So we got some fun things to unbox tonight. I figured it'd be fun to always unbox some good things. I do have a presentation. I need to get loaded. I need to load it up. Always takes a few seconds for it to load. Hopefully it doesn't freeze me up while I'm trying to upload it for you guys. But maybe we'll go through some stuff. We'll take a break. We'll open some stuff, and then we'll talk about some more things that you guys want to talk about. I guess I'll maybe pull the chat here in a second. Let me see if I can pull this up. Trying to do a little search and find my, I don't know why this is not coming up in the search bar. I try to search PFO. Find my presentation here. All right. Let's just sort by newest. Let's see if we can find it. So I got a little bit, I put together a presentation because I figured there's some stuff to talk about that came out just recently. And then I mentioned the Thrilljoy stuff and those kind of things. So I guess here, what I'll do is curious for everyone. Hopefully everything's still working right. But curious what you guys want to see. Go ahead and put in the chat why this is uploading. I want you guys to put in the chat, would you rather talk Thrilljoy first? They got a lot of announcements, or Funko first. Thrilljoy or Funko, and then in between we'll do unboxing. How about that? I want to see Thrilljoy, Funko. Whatever you guys want to talk about first, let me know in the chat, and then that's what we'll talk about. So hopefully we'll have something good to talk about. Let's see. I see Funko. I see Thrilljoy. I'm gonna like. I want to see the most of whatever. Don't duplicate though. Whoever, just do your one. Funko, Fungjoy. Fungjoy sounds like a new, like maybe a new cool. I don't know, Asian place. Fungjoy. You're going to the Rip Party tomorrow, Gus? I'm jealous. So I heard Thrilljoy's coming to MegaCon. I don't know. I saw something about it. I didn't see any official thing from, I think, actual like Thrilljoy, but I heard that I think someone posted about that they were coming to MegaCon, which is awesome because I'll be going all 4 days to MegaCon coming up in March. So hopefully they will, and I can, actually get that in person. Maybe they have a really cool new drop for in person that we can actually check out. And that we got Rocky Moto from Anthony. It doesn't matter. Thrilljoy. I mean, either one. we got some good stuff to talk about. I think it's finally loaded. All right, let's see if this loads up, and I'll get rid of the QR code here in a second. All right, let's get this a little bigger. Let's change my layout to make it a little better. Let's see what we got. I like this one. This one, or big and then me little. All right. So we'll start off with. How about we start off? I saw some Thrilljoy. I saw some Funko. We'll start off with. We'll start off with Funko. We'll start off with. I saw a little bit of back and forth. Everyone was like okay with whatever. But I guess we'll start off with Funko. With I'll make this bigger. Let's see. Let's make it even bigger. Can I make that? No, I like this. I don't know. I'm trying to decide what I want. We'll make it big. I'll make me small for now. All right. So we'll start off with some fun stuff here. We have, of course, the limited releases. We only have 2 for January, which is kind of weird. I don't know why only 2. I don't know why I don't have one this weekend. Maybe we'll finally see Krang. I don't know if anyone's waiting to see Krang here, but definitely it'll be fun. But oh, okay. That's when they hinted at it. I'm Brian, your comments. The next con he said MegaCon. Chris said you're not supposed to say that. Well, hopefully they do MegaCon then. Hopefully they do. I mean, I think it would be a great one for them. It's huge. They have some like we get a ton of great people at MegaCon. Plus, it's Orlando. Who doesn't want to come to Orlando in February? I mean, February, March. Last year was February. This year's is March. But still, even March, spring break, Disney, all that good stuff around the corner. So definitely could be a good one. All right. So limited releases. Both of these look great. I think they look really good. Of course, it's both of these are kind of molds, right? They've done before, but a little different look to them. I think they look really good, and they're really low count. We're talking about a 1,200 piece and a 3,500 piece, so it's great to see they're not just all 9,500 pieces. Turtle fan, I think a lot of people would go after some turtles or definitely some other ones. So they might do that later on, David. I don't know. Might do a Donatello later on. They'll probably do all 4 of these. I don't see why not. But they did a Michelangelo in a different piece, so maybe they'll do Donatello, Raphael, those kind of things. We got some different limited pieces coming out. Hades looks really good at 1,200 pieces. I think it'll be pretty sought after going for those. So definitely some good ones to have. So is anyone going after these? Any of these 2, I guess only 2 limited drops for this month. I mean, they might have others from retailers. I think we've seen a couple hints at some stuff and some things that are coming up. But I think Funko only releasing on two Fridays is kind of weird. I thought they would do at least a few out of the month. They could have fit another one in, right? Why didn't they do the very end of the month? Or maybe you just haven't shown us yet. So, but why didn't we get the 30th? I'm surprised they're not doing one tomorrow. Really? Maybe we'll get our Krang finally, because we didn't officially get Krang, right? Like some people got it, but I don't think it all released. So what happened to the rest of the Krang? We all want to know that are turtle fans. I'm sure David wants to know. He didn't get his Krang. I'm sure a bunch of people that didn't get their Krang was wondering what that is. But definitely worth going after. I think these are 2 great pieces if you're a Disney collector. Hades looks really good. And then, of course, Turtles always is a fun one as well. All right. I saw some other releases coming out. We had some One Piece. We've seen plenty of One Piece animation. We're actually getting the television series, of course, tied to Netflix. The new, the new CEO has a little tie to Netflix, so that could be why. But also very popular, and another season is coming. So it's good that they're finally getting, I guess, these from the live action. Plus, it'd be great because I'm sure a lot of the live action people are signing at different cons coming up this year. So it definitely would be a good one to grab. What's going on? Unbox it, the Squishy family. Welcome in. Welcome from Australia. What time is it? The Squishies are here. Yeah. Welcome in. Welcome in. Randy, don't collect either. Give it someone else a chance. That's nice of you, Randy. Yeah. I collect turtles. I don't go after like all the turtles. I don't feel like I have to be a completionist, but I did grab Mikey. I got him, and then I have like the OG. I like the limited piece like rafts and stuff. So I like the limited piece ones. I think I go after those more than anything. I don't go after like every turtle Funko Pop because there's a bunch of different things that don't always fit the collection. But this is definitely not for me. I haven't even watched the live One Piece one. I know I'm missing out. I probably should watch it. Probably really enjoy it. But I haven't got into One Piece itself as a whole. So, because there's what 1,000+ episodes to watch. Definitely not a binge watch thing. But the live action you can binge watch. So I know a lot of people will be getting after those. Yeah, I figured it's usually about lunchtime or something for a couple other Australia. So it's perfect time to kind of tune in and watch at lunchtime. All right. So this one's really cool. I don't know much about this one, but I saw a lot of people were really hyped about this one. It looks really cool. It almost looks like it would be a great Pop Asia one. Crazy. We're getting up to the numbers of 20 2,296. That's crazy. Animation has grown so much in probably the last 4 years. That line, like if you go back and look, there's probably barely under under the 1,000s. I feel like animation we've grown at least 1,000 pops in the last 4 or 5 years. Like I really think animation was so much lower, and now we've grown mainly because of anime. But I think this is a cool one. Definitely some good ones. I don't know much about this one. I'm sure some of you guys might know about it. I just don't know anything, but it does look really cool and it's something unique and different. Another one I saw recently is like rooster fighters. I've never seen that like anywhere, so I thought that was kind of cool. But it's always fun to see like some of the stuff that you've never seen before. All right, so we got a lot of Target Con announcements that came up recently, like as of today. We've seen a lot of leaks. I think Diss Tracker posted a bunch of these. So you'll see some of those. Ghostface was the first one I saw a few days ago, maybe, and I already had it on the slide. But then I just like before the show saw everything else that was posted. So it's kind of like I'm actually looking at a lot of these with you guys because I just grabbed screenshots of them. But I think they're really cool. Great to see Target Con. It's still happening. Great to see they kept the Target Con sticker. Look at how they did the sticker. Like just that. Look, this Target Con sticker with the QR code next to it. They're taking our advice, everyone. Yeah, Shannon's in anime. I watch some anime too. I just don't like there's so much of different anime. You like it's like, do you watch cartoons? Like it's the same idea, right? Like I love Scooby Doo and I love other things, but I don't watch everything out there. There's so much, so it definitely some of the fun ones. But the ghost face looks really good. I wish some of these had limited pieces, but I know Target Con they kind of cover the store. I don't think any of these will be super hard to get. Ghostface, I agree, looks like a good one. I think a lot of people want those. The other one is a Tiger Rock from Five Nights at Freddy's. I know the new Five Nights at Freddy's coming out, right? So I don't know if how much I don't know about Tiger Rock. I don't know what he is. He looks kind of cool. I thought he was like a anime kind of character at first when I saw him, but seeing it's Five Nights at Freddy, it's one of the other like animatronic like machine kind of things. But he looks like he's like a kung fu because he looks like he has a yellow belt on or something. I have no idea about him, but Tiger Rock is definitely from probably the 80s. It feels like that would have been when he would have been awesome. We got another Stitch. I think we're starting off already with our Stitches for this year. How many will we get? Hopefully not as many as last year. I think last year was like the year of the Stitch. I feel like when we are going through like pieces and things that came out and talking about them with Vince and I a couple PFO ago when we were talking about them. I feel like there are so many Stitches, and now we're seeing already another one. But Target loves having, these are popular characters, great things for Target Con, great things to have at a kind of small con. It's not like a con. It's like, hey, we're releasing a bunch of stuff in store, kind of like Fright Fest. I mean, it's cool that the retailers are, that means they're still in it. I mean, Target's not like cutting back and going away from Funko. They're keeping in with Funko. And that's really good to see. So a lot of people are like, Funko's dead. Funko's dying. Funko's not going to be at my Target or this store and that store. Every year, you hear the same thing. And look, now Target Con's back. We're seeing those kind of things. Cad Bane. Cad Bane looks great. A really good looking Cad Bane. Definitely like that one. We get another Superman. I'm not familiar with. I see his glow, but does that like kryptonite like rope around him, or I can't really tell. I'm trying to look at it. It's small for me, but and then what's the other one? The Joker Soldier. Oh, that's awesome. The Batman. Oh, that's really cool looking. That's something different, something we don't see all the time. So it's cool to see some unique pieces. Cad Bane looks very much like he could have fit in with Star Wars Celebration like pop. So maybe it was kind of a holdout mold from that time period or something like that. Really cool looking. I think a lot of people probably like that. So Cad Bane definitely for, I'm guessing Star Wars fans. I don't know what John would think of it, but I think it's a cool looking Cad Bane. I love that kind of style, and it falls with some of the unique stuff that they had for Star Wars Celebration, which I love the look of. I've always loved the kind of this like samurai look of Star Wars, because really that's what like Star Wars and Jedi really are based off of, a lot of the stuff around. Like if you think of samurais and some of the different things of Asian culture as well too, uh, like parts of Star Wars are kind of based around that. So it's really cool to see pieces like this created. Um, Superman is not a must for me or anything like that, but some cool pieces. I love this. I love to see some limited, like 9,500 pieces, like out of the Target Con stuff. I think that would have been really good. We do have one more group of Target Con stuff, and it's funny we're getting uh, another Sonic grouping here. I feel like we just got this pop not that long ago. It was a GameStop exclusive, wasn't it? Like I don't feel like I feel like they're kind of overdoing Sonic stuff a little bit. I saw some of the Sonic characters as something else as well too. So it's crazy that they're doing so many Sonic stuff. But I guess they kind of, they do that with licenses, have to have different things. We got another sketch one. We got Scarlet Witch this time. So in the Marvel lineup, Spider-Man's a really cool, bigger piece. If you like this, it looked like it would look really good out of box. And then we got our other wanted poster there with Brooke. Brooke looks really cool. Yeah, Brooke and Spider-Man. I think Brooke looks cool. Wanted poster. Wanted posters, man, will this just like end up on clearance and you'll be able to get it for a deal? I feel like the bigger stuff at Target Con you can usually get for a deal later on. Like they start clearing it out and stuff. I don't know. They feel like this is the first time we don't have like a 10-inch pop for Target Con, which I feel like they've always had like a Pokemon or something bigger for Target Con. But some good pieces. So I don't know. Out of all these, what would be one I would want? I'd probably get the Ghostface, actually, out of all these. I know we've had several Ghostface. I kind of like this one. I don't have all of them. I just go after a couple here and there. But I think that I like this version of Ghostface. And maybe Cad Bane. Like, those are the two I'd probably go after for myself. I don't know. If you guys had to pick only one or two, what would you pick? That is a question. I see some people going for Brooke. Brooke looks really good. I agree. I just don't collect a ton of One Piece stuff. Randy says nothing he needs. I'm surprised man, they're missing out on the limited opportunity. I think they could have a 9,500 piece, or at least one or two of them out of this. They really should have taken that like Target Con opportunity to do a couple limited pieces. I think it would have been really good, but who knows? We might still see some stuff. I don't know. I don't know if anything new was posted that I might have missed, but I think we could have seen one or two other new things. And I think a lot of people, and it's great. If you could skip it and it's not for you, that's okay. Because there's plenty of other stuff to grab and buy and all those good things. All right. So how about I do this? Let's see. Let's go back to remove, come back onto me. All right. We'll go back. We'll get our little bookmark up here. So if anyone's watching later on the replay, you guys watching on TV or something like that, scan that, go to our shows, bookmark our shows. Every bookmark helps. Every spread of the bookmark helps. Definitely it helps that it's shared out and everything like that. Cad Bane, Joker, David, yeah, those are two good ones. I do have some stuff to unbox. So I'll unbox a couple things, then we'll talk about Thrilljoy. And then I have two big boxes that were trades from James and Tracy. So I want to unbox those as well too. But I do have some mail stuff. And then, like I said, we could do some tiny ghosts maybe later too. But I'll unbox at least maybe one of the ones from James and Tracy. They have two. And we traded a bunch of stuff. I sent them over a whole box of stuff. Including some Grails and some things they were looking for, and they sent me over, so we made some good trades. So let's see. This is not a trade, though. This is a random thing from Nelson, which means it's from Fugitive Toys. I didn't look at the tag, so it could be just like a pop I went after in one try and failed, or it could be a Grail that I got. Oh, it's a letter. It's a letter. That means it was a hit. It means I bought one box, I hit, and I walked away. You guys, like, that's the way to do it. Sometimes I don't walk away. I keep trying for more. But if you go into somewhere and have one hit, it's always great to walk away. I don't think they announced if they'll be at C2E2 this year at all. I don't think they did. I don't think they said anything about C2E2 yet. Funko, at least. Funko hasn't, I don't think they have announced officially anything. I mean, they're going to be at San Diego and New York Comic Con, but I don't know what other one. All right. Ready? What do you think this is? 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is a great one. This is Oswald the Rabbit. So this is a good hit. So I'm curious now. I'll have to look at what I paid for this box. So I hit on. So this is a really good hit. This is the OG Oswald the Rabbit, 2013, everyone. Look at that date on there, 2013. 2013. That's awesome. This is a good one. I actually have. Do I have the other version of this back here? I don't remember where I had it. All right, let's see. So this was a hit, not a top hit or anything like top hit, but it was a hit. Now, too bad we don't have the metallic version of Oswald the Rabbit. You guys know what that goes for, right? Like, that one's crazy. I feel like I've gotten this a couple times from Fugitive. They must have some good like cases put away from this, from like 2013 cases, because this thing looks brand new. If I had the metallic Oswald the Rabbit, it would be $150. Not the metallic one, but it's still coming in at $85. So $85, nice little hit, single hit, one box, one and done. That's how you can do it. One and done with J for ProfessorJosh, I guess. And I paid $12 for that box, everyone. I paid $12 and I scored it, and it doesn't say like what number it was, like out of, but it was probably out of like 100 to 120. I think they had scored J, man, Oswald the Rabbit for the win. A good one. Oh, Gus, yeah, reach out to me again. I remember you reached out to me before. I just totally got sidetracked with everything in the holidays and all that kind of stuff. I knew someone else mentioned trading too. I think someone owes me a tux. I sent them a red. I think they owe me a tux too. But if you want to trade, I might have another red that I would trade you to. That's... All right. Oh, these are 2 pops. Wow. Yeah, I'll probably be going. This is Target. This is how Target packs things now. Does that look good, you guys? That look like a good pack job? No. Oh my gosh. I will be hopefully getting a new Dustin. Look at this. I guess I should have unboxed this a little bit ago. Hopefully I can still return it, or I'm gonna have a very sad Dustin. I like this one too. I really like these are both ones I wanted to grab. So I had Dustin here. On the front he looks good. But man, no he doesn't. Look at that side. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And we have our exclusive. I went after only the exclusives for Stranger Things this time, really, other than a character, if the character didn't exist before or something like that, or really unique. And a Jonathan. They don't have a lot of Jonathan. So I actually got this Jonathan that's exclusive as well, too. One's not as bad. It's still not perfect, of course. Like, you just shove it in a box and wish it good luck. I don't know if I could still even... It's like poking out of this. Like, I don't know how it did that, but it made it like so it's bulging out. Like everything's screwed up with it. So, yeah. They used to, you know what? They used to individually have those wrapped and send them. This is how they like stuffed it in there. So let's see. When did I get this? This was from Franklin, Indiana. I think it's from Target.com. And it's from 11/26, so I don't even know if I can return it at this point. I forget the Target's return policy, so hopefully I can return it. I was kind of keeping them for another Stranger Things video, and then I end up not doing unboxing because I unboxed most of it. I think the only thing I didn't unbox is my Demogorgon I got from Netflix yet. Yeah. Oh yeah. I always love the in the bag. You know what that usually is when they send them from another store. A lot of times they're like in bags, it feels like. They also at least sometimes they have them in sorters at least though. But when they do that, it's getting kind of ridiculous. I usually do, but I think I wanted to make sure those were like pre-ordered, and I was afraid of not getting them because of how popular Stranger Things was going to be. But yeah, some crazy stuff. You only collect 11? Really? Only 11? I have way more than 11s. So, but I love the Stranger Things. I'm sad to see it go. But I'm happy to see it go in a way, too, because I don't want it to just continue on. Just to continue on. So, hopefully they come up with some other fun stuff. Like, I saw some ideas of stuff they might be coming out with. So, it'll be fun. I think it'll still live on in other ways. But it's also like one of those things, man, those kids are like 30 now. Come on. You can't keep them as kids. Yeah, I like sometimes ship to the store, but sometimes they'll still ship them in a bag. I will say that. That I've seen them like shipped in a bag to the store and they unbox them there. But at least you could return it right away and they could be like, oh, you did the damage or anything like that. But I will say, like, Box Lunch and Hot Topic have been the easiest return policy stuff. I'm sure Target will too, but Target, unless I have to check and see if these are still available on their website, they might send them, but sometimes they're not. Yeah, I don't want to complete it. I have a lot from it. There's a good amount. I think having one character from each character is a really cool thought of it too. But I don't think completing it, because there's some I just don't want. Like, I don't want the colored weird ones from that were like different weird colorways and stuff like that, just to be that were like the Baskin Robin, like, or exclusive weird colors that they had and stuff like that. Like, I don't feel like a need for those kind of things. but I think there's a lot of great pops in that line that are other things that are really cool. And it's crazy to see the price on Derek. He reminds me of Eddie. So a lot of people slept on him. I got 2 extras. I have to find where they're at. I might try to sell a couple of them right now, because if they're going for a good amount, I think a lot of people have the hype for Derek right now. So, and a lot of people slept on getting that because he wasn't a known character. And it was just like Eddie. I remember getting a couple Eddies at Target when they came out, because I was like, oh, cool, a new character. I'll get this before the season comes out. And then everyone loved Eddie. And then Eddie went to like $120, like overnight kind of thing. So yeah, some craziness. And now he's like $20. So that's always crazy too. The hype and the die of the hype and all that kind of stuff that happens. All right, let's unbox one of these from James and Tracy before we talk about Thrilljoy, because there might be Thrilljoy in here. So James and Tracy sent me over a trade. We'll see what I got in this box. I know what some of the stuff is, but I think he sent me some other stuff that I don't know what is. They might have sent over. So I don't know if they're here watching. They might be watching on their TV or something. I told them I'd probably unbox their stuff on tonight's live for the trade. Sometimes I'll do videos with them and add them, but other stuff. All right, this looks like it might be all Thrilljoy. So it might transition well into our Thrilljoy stuff, because it looks like it might be 4 Thrilljoy and sorters. Yeah, they're Toy Temple sorters. So they're 4 Thrilljoy and sorters. Ooh, I know what one is, and I'm excited about this one, because I have failed at this one. I've seen so many people fail at this one. I'm hoping it's this first one I open. I'm hoping if it's the first one. No, it's not the first one I opened. Okay. So this one's cool. I actually scored this one too. I think we traded before I scored it. We talked about trading, and somehow I forgot, and then I scored it, or he told me he was going to send me some extra stuff. But this one is a cool one. It's Batman from the animated series. Ready? Let's see what it looked like. What is it? Is it a chase or a common? Let's see. Oh, this one's the chase. So he sent me over the chase. Look at this one. This one's so good. I was so happy to get this one the other day too. So this is awesome. So thank you for that trade and sending it over. That's a good one. All right. I think he had an extra 1 or 2 of the chases on this one. He said we would trade. So we got that. It's a really good one. All right. Is this to go with it? Is this? All right. So that doesn't go with it. Oh, he sent me something already. I wonder if he realized he sent me that. Okay. So this one doesn't go with it. Oh, the other one might be in the other box then. It's not here. This one he sent me over. Oh, yes. The Space Ghost chase. I did not score this one, so I didn't go after a lot of the Space Ghosts. I think he was lucky enough to score the Mind Taker. I think he scored the Mind Taker, which is awesome piece. But this one, Lokar, there, a really cool one. So we'll talk about Thrilljoy in a minute here. This is a good transition, actually. But this is cool. I tried, actually, for this. Someone had some OG stuff up the other day, like randomly. And someone scored the 96 piece Raphael yesterday. And I, bought the one. I tried to go for it, and then they just outbid me. And then I tried to go for others. I couldn't believe they got the 96 one. All right, and I think I got the common too as well. All right, common Space Ghost. So very cool. This is a cool piece. Space Ghost. I hadn't got any of these. I went after one the other day. Just to, I wanted to go after for the Mind Taker. Random one. They only had, randomly, one. And like I said, they actually scored. Someone scored a 96 piece. It wasn't like they knew what they were. They were just sitting around Toy Temple, where someone had them just sitting around. I forget who had them. Oh, and this one. Yeah. I think we're making a trade for Rosie for another chase. But this is George. I didn't really go after George's ever. So George with his this wad of cash, right? Is that a wad of cash? George just walking around with a wad of cash in his hand. There, he's not making some. He made a lot of sprockets. Yeah, Space Ghost is a cool one. So this is a good classic. I was talking to him, James, about this and saying, like, I think like George and stuff like that and Rosie, if they make the rest of the Jetsons, these become like really hard to get because they're gone. So like that kind of stuff. Like as things go away, I think, and they keep making like lines for them, then the things that were limited become, even the heroes become more valuable because people are like, I want to complete it, even if it's a common or a hero. They might want to go after him. So very cool. I think I'm excited about what's in the other box, but I'll wait for that box. How about that, guys? I'll wait for that box till after we talk about some Thrilljoy here. So let's talk about Thrilljoy. Let's make it big. I wonder if I can just customize. What's scene? Half screens? What does this look like? I need to get rid of the QR code. Let's see if I get rid of that. What does it look like? All right, so we were on, let's go 10. Oh. I had a couple other things Funko wise, but let's see. All right, there it is. Tomorrow, January 9th, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern launch. I think several companies will have several of these online as well, including Toy Temple, Be Rare, and Chalice, and most likely Hot Topic will have some. Some are Hot Topic exclusives, so I'm sure you'll see some of those, so just be aware. Also, be aware, I kind of mentioned this in my recent video. Oh, look at this. Look at this, Barry. Thank you. Appreciate it, Barry. 28 months, over 2 years hanging out with us and being a channel member. Always appreciate you. Thank you. Don't forget, guys, if you are a channel member and you want to be on our Instagram chat, we have the classroom. We all hang out, chat, share things. We share like when things are updated or things come out, or sometimes I share links when I find deals and stuff like that. Good place to come and hang out. So we got a drop alert tomorrow. Got a lot of things to talk about. Let's go through these one by one. And I try to put them, I put all the ones that don't have supers first and put all the ones that have supers second. So I will say people will be super hunting tomorrow. So do not go crazy on bidding if you're on Whatnot and stuff like that, because I feel like people will just be super hunting just to super hunt and be the first person to have it or want to have it. So just be cautious of that, or just buy what you want, like sealed from the stores and have them sent or whatever like that. And later on, you'll be able to find deals on them. Like I feel like I got some deals this past week for like $15 to $17 for Thrilljoys to be open or shipped from Whatnot auctions. So you can do that as well too. I will say there are a couple that won't, but there'll be plenty. I think, David, the only a couple I think you would worry about is if you're a Batman fan. I think that one's going to be the hard one, and maybe that Chucky too. I think those will go kind of quick. So, all right. So let's see. What do we got here? Oh, welcome in, James. What's going on? Thank you again for that trade. I have the other box to open as well too, but I figured these are still for pre-order. It doesn't sound like they're dropping tomorrow. I don't know when the pre-order gets delivered. I don't know if they had a date on that or anyone saw that. If you watch Derry, I like Derry, the series. It's kind of creepy, not for everyone. I think they could have done a better job with. They could have added a super to this for sure. They could have added a super of Marge there. They could add a super of Marge for sure. Rich is awesome, but I don't see Rich in this, like in the band uniform. I see Rich in so many other ways in the show. I think it would have been better to have them dressed differently, but that's just me. I think they should have had a super of Marge. I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it, but I think they could have had a different super of Marge, which would have been really cool to me. All right. So this is not dropping tomorrow, but it is for pre-order now. You could add it to your order if you want. But it was a fun. It was a good way to kind of explain Pennywise and it and all that kind of stuff. All right. So here is our first one without a super. Yeah, the empanada. Yeah, kind of random there. Like, let's give him something in his hand. Let's throw empanada in there. Shipping windows June on that one. Wow. It's crazy, but I guess they wanted to get out there because the hype is there for dairy and especially, I think, Rich. At the moment, we saw the another pop that might be related in some way go up in value. So now we have Chucky. This is a gruesome looking Chucky. Tiffany, I don't feel like Tiffany's that much different than the Tiffany Chase we already have. So that's my only default. It's like Chucky, very different looking. I think they should have made Glenn. Anyone else think they should have made Glenn or Glenda? Imagine they made Glenda Super Chase out of this one. They really like. They might still do that. They might make a Glenn and Glenda Chase. Like they really are feeding into this Chucky line. Definitely a creepy, melty Chucky there with no hair and creepy, melty face. But Tiffany, I feel like she's not that much different than the Tiffany that we already have. Maybe I'm not thinking it in the right way, but yeah, that's it's okay. It's 3,000 pieces though, so that means the Chase is only what 500. So it definitely is nice to have that. And you did get the Mind Taker. I remember you told me you got that one. That's an amazing hit. I couldn't believe some of the hits I saw today. I was one off from two things today. One off from hitting the 48 piece Voltron. Two off from hitting the 48 piece Voltron. And one off from hitting the 96 piece Yakko. Someone hit that one off. Literally one person right after me got the one, and they were opening some older ones and got it. I was so sad. Like that makes you like just hurt inside. Like one off, like the next person got it. And you're like, it could have been mine. Like, all right. So this one from what is this? What is this one? Is this the hotel one or something different? Blitzo, Fairballs. Why don't I don't know anything about these characters. I think the Chase looks awesome, like so colorful, so fun. The Chase will wait. I'm thinking the Chase will weigh a good bit different. So if it's at the stores, be careful because people are going to be, if they can feel that difference. If you order online, it's probably better for you because in the stores, unless you're going to the stores first off when they just get them in, they probably won't get them in that on Friday tomorrow. They'll probably have them in later. Who knows? They might though. I haven't seen them do too many drops like that, but it's a Hot Topic exclusive, so you're going to order them mostly online or in store. They're not going to be in other retailers. But I have a feeling like that one has to weigh so much more because of how big the horns and everything are compared to the other one. That's just my thought. So be careful on that one. Just a 1 in 6, no super though, so you don't have to worry about like super hunting. Over the garden wall, they did do the other one. They really screwed up the other one. They have so many errors on the other one. Hopefully they don't screw. I mean, they can't really screw up this one because it's the same name. It's just the light or without the light. I don't know. It just, it's all right. I don't think they should have made it 7,500 pieces. I don't think it's 7,500 pieces worthy, and I'm surprised it's not a Hot Topic box lunch exclusive because the other over the garden wall was. I think people like this one, but I don't think it'll be anything crazy. Yeah, nothing crazy with that one. Harry Potter. People are going to be excited about Harry Potter. I don't know if Anna's still here, but I'm sure she's would love to get these because these look great. The Albus Dumbledore ones. I like two different styles. Simple chase. Looks good. Little enough difference. They're not just like holding a wand or something like that. I like they're actually differently dressed and things like that. So might be a good one to grab for Harry Potter fans. But a lot of the Harry Potter, do any of them have supers? I don't think any of the Harry Potters have supers, do they? They're all just like Chase and commons. So something to think about. This one's really cool. This is Wild Robot. I do kind of like the chase, the look of the chase on this one. 5,000 pieces, so not super high, but not super low. It looks like it'll be about everywhere, so you'll probably find it. It's not exclusive to one particular site or place. We got Jake. We got two different versions of Jake. I do like Jake. I love Adventure Time. Maybe go after this one. I don't know. Like, I might just go after it just for the fun of it, because if I can get some deals on it with some like hot cash and stuff like that that's coming up, or find it in store and trying to have some fun and get used coupons and stuff, I think it'd be a good one. But I like Jake. I like the chase on it. It's fun. It's different. He has his big old fist, but will this one weigh more by feeling it? I don't know. Like I feel like some of them you can feel and just know the difference right away. With his big hand, maybe it'll be like heavy on one side. We'll say that he'll like lean to one side if you have him. Dexter's Laboratory, UCC distribution means a lot of times like other places they'll have it probably on Thrilljoy, of course, first off, but they'll have it on like usually like Toy Temple and Chalice, and other ones sometimes get these as well too. Sometimes they charge more on their website, like $25, which is weird because usually they go for less when they're actually on like their whatnots and stuff like that. So if they're $25, I would wait, because I don't think these will sell out right away. There's 6,000 of them. So I would just grab them from like a whatnot auction. You can always have them just sent sealed to you. So that might be a good thing to do. All right. And a lot of people are excited about SpongeBob here. We get a different SpongeBob and Patrick this time. I don't think I ever got Patrick last time. I got a couple SpongeBobs, but never scored a Patrick. So we got Patrick as a mummy, SpongeBob as a ghost. I think they should have really waited to Halloween for these, though. I think it was like, it's too early to do this. I think it would have been perfect around the Halloween time to drop these. I don't know why they decided to drop them now. Maybe they were meant for like New York Comic Con at first, and they screwed up, and then now it's like already done in production run because of the issues they had. They could have had this. I think these would be fun ones. They're not Hot Topic exclusives this time, so they will be about everywhere. So not going to be too hard to get. I think a lot of people will have fun and go after these. But at least no super on those. No super chasing for you on that one. All right. So we're almost at our first supers here, because I say half of them have supers this time. But we get our first Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is like, yeah. Like Game of Thrones is, I don't like this. I don't like the chase. I really don't. Like, it's boring. Like, come on. You could have done like the next one. I'll show you. There's so much more. Jon Snow, they didn't really do anything to him. Like, they could have put him, like, I know he's in his, it's just not enough. I think it's not enough. I know you can see his like Night Watch stuff, and not having the big coat on him when he's doing the Night Watch, and I don't know, it just doesn't, I'm not as impressed with this one. But I think they did a good job on our first super I put as the Game of Thrones, because it's right after this one. We have Daenerys, and then we have Kali, which is the 48 piece one. I mean, people are gonna be crazily hunting this, but it's not even guaranteed to be in a case. It could be in two. Like, it might take 2 cases to go through to get a 48 piece. So I'm sure people will be hunting this one. And I like with their little dragon and then her dragon egg. I don't know if I like how they turn out those figures. I'm still like debating, like, some people one, like, animation look great in this format. I don't think people ones always look great in the Thrilljoy format. Like, I say the same with Funko, though. There's some Funko ones that don't look great. Like, I've seen other ones, certain ones that do look good. We have here Robin. We got the other Teen Titans. Another example, Starfire here. We got Robin. Robin, all right. Starfire just doesn't. Something's off about how Starfire looks. We got a Chase, and we got another 48 piece. I think. Are we getting 96 pieces? I forget. All kinds of great stuff. But definitely a good one. Oh, have a great one. Thanks for stopping by with us. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy Squishy your weekend here. I know you get the weekend right away. That's nice. It's coming up. Yeah. Yeah, those look cool. The Game of Thrones one now. Teen Titans, I do like. I think this is better than they did with the Super Chase for Cyborg, where he's just kind of like mad and happy. Like I don't think that was a good like Chase and Super Chase idea. At least she's a little different for it, so I do like that. I'm sure they're gonna then come out with the other ones, have stuff because we still have Raven, right? What else do we have? Raven might have. Oh, Raven have her dad. That would be awesome. Oh, who knows? There'll be some good ones. So yeah, Starfire, something's off about her. At least in this format, maybe it's the look of it. Ren Stimpy, I think people will be hunting this one. It's not too big of a deal, right? Like his hands are different, and he's got a booger coming out of his nose. Not coming out of his nose for the super. Super is again 48 pieces, which is insane. We got a 6,000 piece Ren. Stimpy, okay. Stimpy has to be so much heavier than Ren, by the way. So everyone, you're gonna feel for the Stimpy, the Ren you're gonna leave behind. You're gonna go after the Stimpy. They should have made a Ren probably super instead of a Stimpy because you feel heaviness. You got a Stimpy or a Stimpy super. Like those are the two you're gonna go after. So, but Ren looks, yeah, they look fun. They look like Ren Stimpy. I mean, if you guys are into Ren Stimpy or have been in the past, definitely looks like a Ren Stimpy. It doesn't look any different. But I think fun. Ren never looked right though, David. Ren looks always kind of weird. So it looks kind of like Ren. I don't know anything about Chowder. I have no idea. I never watched this show. Don't know anything about it. But we got Chowder here and the super for Chowder and the Chase. I have no idea about this show. I'm sure it's a hit among some people. I like that though. Like you don't. Everything's not for everyone. Definitely, I still think this is one of those ones that Chase is going to be pretty obvious because Chowder has to be much heavier than Mung. So I like that kind of worries me like in storage, but these probably won't be in storage. These will be sent online. So just be careful when you're buying from sealed ones from people online. Because if it's not a company like Toy Temple or any authorized kind of dealer like Hot Topic, Toy Temple, and Chalice and V Rare and stuff like that, they're just going to send you one. They don't care if it's a chaser or not. But this one, I think people are going to be able to feel the chaser hero. But they could be off because Chowder here could also be the super. So that's why I said I like kind of when the super falls a little more in line with the hero because then the chase stands out, but they can't just like, oh, I know it's a chase for sure. It's a hero. I'm going to pass it on. I don't get Felix the cat as a half robot. Anyone know how that plays into this? So hot stuff I saw. I love that chase. It looks really cool. I think that chase looks really awesome with the hot stuff. I don't like their super. This one is another one. Super, I guess, fits Felix. That was like the chase version of Soda's, but I don't get the robot Felix. Was Felix a robot? Was Felix the cat ever half cyborg robot underneath the skin? Am I missing something? Am I like not knowing what Felix the cat is? I don't feel like he was a robot, but I could be wrong. Maybe he is. Maybe he fits in with Five Nights at Freddy and want to attack you and kill you in your sleep. I don't know. All right. And then We got Samurai Jack. I think this one will definitely be one of those ones a lot of people go after. I love Mad Jack. I have not seen Mad Jack in any of the Funko formats, so it's really cool to see that. Aku we've seen in Funko format, both in sodas and pops and chases and all kinds of things with that. But I think Samurai Jack looks good, but Mad Jack, I like Mad Jack. I think Mad Jack looks awesome. His chase is really good. I think people are going to be really after this one, and fun one. But yeah. If you've seen like Hot Stuff too, Hot Stuff, seeing that chase one, that Astro Boy makes sense. Astro Boy, I know was a robot. That's why he's Astro Boy underneath. But this, I don't remember Hot Stuff and Felix the Cat. Were they robots underneath? I don't know. Battlestar Galactica, it's always a good weird niche. So, nice thing about this one, like I said, Cylon, the matching Cylons, just two different colors. The 48 piece is going to be harder to find because people can't just weigh and find it and things like that. It's going to be a much different case with this one. So hopefully this one will be like one of those ones people are seeking and going after. I'm not a huge Battlestar Galactica, like I need it kind of fan, but I'm sure there are people that will be definitely hunting this super, going after it. So I think, all the supers have their super hunters. I think Samurai Jack's going to be a big one. I feel like just Ren and Stimpy by itself, like just being Ren and Stimpy. Stimpy's not different enough though. Game of Thrones is going to be a big super hunter, I think, but they're all for there's hardly any 96 pieces, and I think they're doing that almost on purpose, where you can't buy a case and hope that you like have one in it. And this one, it's going to probably be the toughest one of all to get because it is a 24 piece super ultra. I think this is ultra because it's 24 pieces, right? Batman 3,000 pieces. Bullseye Batman Chase means that it is 500 pieces and only a 24 piece Rainbow Batman, which people will be going after. So this one will be one of those. If you can buy it on the Thrilljoy site, go ahead and just buy it tomorrow because I think it'll sell out really quick. Probably be one of the first things to sell out. Bet you on Thrilljoy site directly. I don't know how many they're going to get at different like other locations. I'll be curious about that. I guarantee a lot of them they're probably going to keep for whatnot if they don't put them on their site. I don't know if they're required to put some on their site, but I guarantee this will be probably the biggest super hunting one and the hardest to get though. But at 24 pieces, the odds are very similar to the 48 because most of those are 6,000 or 5,000. So odds are very similar of actually pulling it out of it. But I think a lot of people will be going after this one for sure. Yeah, for sure. This is going to be one of those. So 24 piece, though, I think it fits very well with. And Bullseye Batman looks really cool. So some fun ones to do. Yeah, these are going to be there. I also wanted to point out they had as shows coming soon. I don't know if they're going to drop these tomorrow or some other time. The Pix Protectors. I don't know if I'm such a fan. I like the regular protectors we have. I've gotten so far at Chalice, Toy Temple, and Display Geek. And I haven't noticed a huge difference between the three of them, so I need to check them out all again. I've gotten them on ones that I've gotten, but also ordered some from each just to kind of check out for their protectors, just like Funko protectors. Doing it through Whatnot, actually, if you had coupons, you can get some deals and stuff like that, which was nice. I used my coupon for my rewards for buying some protectors, but $8 isn't bad. Felt like a Funko protector if you think it's the same style. But if you have those supers, I was showing this to a couple people yesterday. If you have supers, I just ordered these. I saw someone else have them. They're much like Pop Armors, but for Thrilljoy. Premium. They're like a pop protector. If you look up Thrilljoy premium protectors, and has a bunch that have like art scribed on them, like on the sides and stuff like that, where they have actually the art on there. like etched on there, and they do like Funko protectors. But this is like a magnetic lock, thicker protector. So is a hard stack. So this is a hard stack for $8 for Thrilljoy, and then this is like a pop armor version that I've seen out there too. I ordered some of these, so I'll let you know how they are. Because I might have hit a super recently or something to put them in. So just FYI, I might have a video to put one of these in there. So I ordered those, but good to see they're coming. I don't know if I guess that it's in the back. The logo kind of like the back of the box, but it's opposite sides of the box. So I don't know. Be Rare has what protectors? What kind? Like this, like hard stack, or like pop armor? These are 25. I saw, and I think if you get a pack of 4, you get free shipping with them. These I haven't seen. Of course, they're not going to do free shipping, it sounds like, but I don't know how these are going to be ordered. I don't know if they'll give discounts on bigger packs, or single off only. And then the other ones I've done for those. So, okay, I'll have to check out Be Rare's and see what theirs look like. But these ones were really nice and thick. These ones are definitely like pop armor style. So, I'll check them out though. Like I said, I order a couple of, I'll order one off just to try different things. I've done that with Funko protectors in the past as well too. So some pretty cool stuff. A lot of different things going on. Like I said, if I had to pick kind of what I thought were going to be the top things, Batman, definitely. I would think Batman is going to be one of the top sales, like first thing to sell out tomorrow. I feel like it's so low count. I think some of the other ones, Chucky might, because of 3,000 pieces, but it depends on where it's at. So Chucky's 3,000 pieces as well. There'll be some online, I'm sure, and things like that. Other sites and some on whatnot things. But I think Batman, I don't know how many people are going to be getting those. I'll be curious about how many they get out into the hands of other retailers. I think Game of Thrones, for some reason, might be different collector it might bring in. I think these will be popular as well too, SpongeBob and Patrick. But being at 7,000, they'll still be around for a while. I don't see them selling out totally. You'll still be able to get them places. Just might not find them on the websites to order directly right away or anything like that. So something to think about. There are other Batmans out, but not for tomorrow. So if we think about some of the different ones, the other Batman. So we have a Batman that has a 3,000 piece Batman, and it has the Bullseye Batman Chase, and then the Rainbow Batman Super Ultra, which is 24 pieces. So definitely, you pull that thing. I don't wonder what that thing will go for. I bet close to $2,000 for the 24 pieces. I'm thinking it'd be hard to be do you keep it or do you sell it? If you pull it and just bought one, that kind of thing. I'm sure there'll be people chasing and spending way too much money. I've seen some people chasing things like the bunnies, Usagi, and way too much. All right. So let's see. Let's get this back to my kind of normal setup here. I think this one is my normal setup, right? Yeah, this will work. All right, so I got another box from James for a trade here. James, thanks for hanging out. Tracy, if you're hanging out too, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys hanging out, supporting the channel, and sending over some bonuses sometimes. They send over some bonuses even with our trades. All right, so... all right. So this one... this one's a good one. So this one was a part of the trade. It goes with my Marvel collection. They said he had. we traded. I don't remember what we traded. I know I sent over a couple different things, but this one is a cool one. This is Spider-Man. So this one is Amazing Spider-Man 2. If you remember this is one with the Electro on the back. A really cool Spider-Man. Really great one for the collection. So I appreciate you trading this one over for my Marvel collection. Always love adding a little bit to the Marvel collection. I don't do too crazy on the Marvel anymore because they make so many, but I always love the exclusives. All right. Oh, this is the one I'm most excited for. I'll put it to the side. I can tell you that one's the one I'm most excited for, and we'll have to show off something with that one. So I'll put it to the side. All right, so this is the regular Batman that goes along with the Chase Batman we opened earlier. So this is the anime series. I love this too because it has the con sticker on it. So it's really cool to see the con sticker with it. 7,500 pieces. Looks really good, the animated series Batman one. So if someone's looking for animated series Batman one, please let me know because James traded, so I have another one. So I appreciate that, James, sending that over with that because I originally didn't have it and didn't go after him. And then this one is one I wanted for DC. You saw a lot of DC great pulls we had the other day. This one adds to it. This one I never actually pulled as well too. A Chase that we traded here. This is the Robin Chase. I love this line because this is a good one. The Penguin. You never got the Penguin, did you, James? I don't know if you're still here or not. I think you were hunting that Penguin like crazy. That's why you have you had an extra Robin to go after. But I think the Penguin looks really good. I'd love that. Would be a great one. James does have the Surfboard Batman, which I'm so jealous of. Definitely a high-priced one. I went after one today. I saw one, a couple available, and went after one. So those will all go in protectors. And then I love these sorters from Toy Temple, though. They're perfect for shipping Thrilljoy like this. Now I'm getting some protectors for all my chases and some of my commons and stuff. All right. So this one I'm most excited for because I don't know if you guys remember. I think I opened like 5 of these and did not score the chase at all. And James, we're working on some trades. I know this is one you really wanted. And it is the Glow Scarecrow. And so many people I've seen have trouble finding this. I don't feel like this is 1 in 6 because I feel like so many people have like a hard time finding this one that is not like a 1 in 6. And let me see. I think the background blur thing kind of messes this up. Let's see if I can change that because I want to show off possible. Let's see if I can. All right, so let's turn off the virtual background thing. I think the blur thing sometimes. All right, so we're going to check this one out because I think I can get the lighting here. Let's see. All right, got those lights. Grab this light because I have not checked this thing out. Brian, do not look away. We did trade for it. I appreciate James sending this over. This is definitely one I wanted. He got a couple things he really wanted, including a really awesome clamshell, right? You got a really awesome clamshell. All right, ready? Let's get the thing charged up. Oh, even without the lights off, man. All right, I'm going to turn off the lights, though, because look at that glow. That glow is amazing. Glow is amazing. And the glow on it's amazing, too. So what's the only other glow one out there? Is the Nun, the Super Nun, the only other glow one out there right now? Like, that has a glow seal on it as well, too. Like the actual seal that glows. It looks so good. Thank you, James and Tracy for sending that over. I appreciate it. It looks so good. So yeah, this is definitely going in a protector. It might even go in my glow collection over here. I think I'm just going to keep it out in the glow collection to put over there. I mean, the regular Scare Glow looks really good. I gotta get the lights back on here. Let's see. That look good. Yeah, the glow on it is definitely sick. It's definitely amazing looking glow. They did a good job. I'm glad they did that with that one, and they didn't do a super on that one. Oof. Imagine if you had to get the glow super. Super none is the only other glow one. Wild Cloudy, it doesn't glow though. It's just blacklight reactive, right? It doesn't actually glow. It's just like it reacts to black light. I don't think it actually glows, right? I think that's what I've heard. Like, I think I have one. It's not the green one, but the regular one holding the dynamite. I think it reacts really well to black light, but this actually has the glow seal on it too. And the only other one I know of right now that has a glow seal on it is the Super Nun, I believe. So definitely cool. So I appreciate you guys sending over some awesome stuff. Great to get some great trades. And I know you hunting some Thrilljoy. Talked about that. All the red glowing the dark. Oh, they glow in the dark. All the red pieces. Okay, I'll have to check in. I should have coyotes coming in. I got a chase in a common, spoiler alert, of the coyotes. So I should have those coming in very soon. I'm surprised they haven't come in yet. Feel like I have a couple, and I have some sealed stuff coming in. Actually, when they go for a deal, that's a great place to get them. If you like, sometimes like don't overpay. Like the only time I paid a little higher is when they throw older stuff out there that every stream doesn't have and you don't see on the websites available to buy anymore. It's the only time I pay a little higher because that stuff was $20 when it came out, and now it's you can't find it, and you still have a chance at the seal. I trust they're opening it from a case and things like that. But the other stuff, the older stuff, the new stuff, sometimes it goes for like, if you catch the right stream, it might go for like $15 or $14. I think James, you said you were in the other day. Something stuff was going for like $12, $13. You can get them. You can get them sealed and sent to you, so you can open them yourself. Or I sometimes open them. Have them rip them. But sometimes I'm like, I want them for content later. So I had several of them. Just like, let's send them to me, and I'll open them later. So I could have some supers in there. You never know. I feel always better when I don't see someone pull a chase like right after me, though, too. Like if they don't pull a chase right after I have that one sealed ship, I feel a little better, a little more like maybe I have that chase. But I know when people are super hunting, they really hate that because they want to know, like, did someone get that super already, or is it still from the case? You never know with those. So some people could have them. Some fun stuff. So yeah, lots going on tomorrow. So if you haven't checked out Thrilljoy, Gus said he's going to be at the Rip Party tomorrow. Jealous Gus. Let me know if they have anything cool, extra or something like that there. Hit me up. Let me know, because definitely it's cool to see it. Also, you should say, man, why don't you share any Professor Josh's content? Man, he puts out some great Thrilljoy content. They never share anything of mine. Like I see him share everyone's like photos, videos, stuff like that. Other stuff I think they like didn't like me from earlier on when I kind of called them out on some like issues they had, but I was good about it. I wasn't like terrible at it. I called them out on some of the issues early on, and they fixed a lot of those issues. And I have always respected them for like changing and pivoting and going the right direction and getting some things fixed and taking care of some action. But for a while there, they didn't do stuff early on, which they really screwed up on like a lot of people's orders and other issues, saying one thing was the other, and they weren't sending out your Comic-Con stuff, and then they were all kinds of other things. But yeah, maybe they just didn't like Yeah, I mean, but I was like honest feedback. Like I'll give people honest feedback about their companies. I've done it for tech companies for years as well too. I've been, I worked for startup weekends. I organized and mentored at startup weekends for 10 years. So I helped companies that were building over a weekend, and then some of those actually became big companies later on. Like we have a couple of people that created companies over startup weekend that have had very successful companies later on. But it's like that mentoring and learning and being able to listen to your customer and listen to your people, not just listen to the people you give free stuff to. You have to listen to the people that buy your stuff. And I have not ever got anything free from Thrilljoy. Everything I have bought myself, which I can't say, about any. Like that as a content creator. I probably also create probably one of the most probably the most Thrilljoy videos, almost close to what we used to do with soda videos. Like we're not on that track yet, but we do quite a bit of content. So yeah, hopefully they enjoy some of the content. Hopefully I like talking about this stuff with you guys and talking about like different companies and what they're doing and what's happening, and sharing some stuff out, because I think it's really good. Some of the companies are really good people, like Chalice and Be Rare and Toy Temple, and they've been around. Like Toy Temple, I'm known for a long time. Chalice known for a long time. They've been good companies. They do things different ways, but they really have come to Thrilljoy. They do 6-7 hour streams with like different people on them, and they put that all together and get that sent out. And it's a lot of work, like 7 hour stream and getting stuff together and getting stuff out, and that in like several days out of the week, 5 days out of the week or something you're streaming. That's a lot. That shows you also how much Thrilljoy is being open on Whatnot alone. I will say Whatnot alone has helped Thrilljoy survive. They would not have survived without Whatnot. Whatnot has helped build that hype for Thrilljoy, because people are super finders. They want that chance of getting that super. They want to see it. They want to know they've got it, and they want other people to see they've got it. They don't want to just open it in their house and pull it and be like, yeah, I got it. Like, that's fun. But I think for people too, they love like other people to be excited for them, and Whatnot has created that platform for them, which I've been partners with Whatnot from the very start. You guys know that, right? Like day one, week one, when Whatnot went live with live streaming, I had a live stream. That was our first. We were one of the first content creators. We were the first people with Whatnot, and that's because we believed in Whatnot. When they showed me it, I knew from my tech background, I knew from selling background, I knew from social background that they would be very successful at what they did, because they had something that no one else did very well, and they did it very well. They had lots of prove and change on and have done them, but that's how they're selling them. And it's funny, now I'm seeing other people that buy from people on Whatnot now selling the Thrilljoys on their Whatnot, which is fine. You're buying from Chalice or whatever and buying stuff, and you hit your supers or hit your chases, but you got to sell your other stuff. Yeah. So they're having streams. I see some people on. I'm trying to have, like I'll sell my stuff to people as well too, if we have extras of stuff and things like that on our streams on Whatnot and things like that. But it's interesting now you're seeing like we did for a while too. It took a while. It took about the same time too for sodas to really start kicking into gear, which was really due to content creators and then Whatnot, I think. So content creators like, Top Box was definitely one, Rock and Row, Jim, myself, Vince, John, we all did sodas. Probably Rock and Row and myself did probably the most sodas, because we did sodas every week for 2 years, Soda Saturday. So I can say we had 104 Soda Saturdays about that we did, that we opened sodas content, not including any other video that we did, we opened sodas for. So it's always crazy to think about that. So, things like Thrilljoy and that, without them, without content creators and people breaking these open, Whatnot has helped that, because it's always live. These people are going on for 6 hours at a time, streaming and opening stuff, but without also videos, people are searching and that. I find it fun going into streams and people saying hi and me buying stuff and wishing me luck and I like your videos and things like that in Whatnot. When Thrilljoy, like I'm buying Thrilljoy too. I'm not, So we're all kind of the same people. We're just buying Thrilljoy. We enjoy a product. We're going after that. We love the chase hunt. I think that's why a lot of us did it. We lost that chase hunt with sodas. I lost the redemption hunt with NFTs now. So Thrilljoy is like your next kind of like hunt, right? Like that fun. Like I don't like blind boxes as much for some blind box stuff, but Thrilljoy is fun because it chase and then now super chases. So really cool about that. Always appreciate you guys supporting, and I know you guys are sharing stuff that you pull and go after. I think it's awesome. I love when you guys share stuff with me, tag me and stuff. If you even DM me on Instagram and things like that. But yeah, sodas. You know what I liked about sodas? They took up a lot less room than Thrill Toys. That's definitely one of the things I think for storing the extras when you have things that you pulled 4 or 5 of. But I'm sure like I don't feel like they're going to stick with under 10,000, which is great to see. So I think that's probably what Mariotti wanted to do with sodas, and then the company wanted to go a different direction with sodas because he kept them pretty low at the start, but then they climbed up really fast. I think the highest one we saw was 20,000 with Iron Man early on, but when they went unlimited and wanted big box, I think that's what really killed them. And then of course, like they just kind of changed, pivoted, and you never know, they might come back, they might do super. I mean, follow suit, find out what's working well for other companies and do that. Imagine having supers and case breaks happen on Whatnot now. Like we didn't have those, and you guys remember some of the prices sodas were going for on Whatnot, early sodas when sodas first came out, a new batch of sodas. Just like tomorrow, you'll see probably a new batch of Thrilljoy coming out. Imagine if sodas had, and sodas were cheaper. Sodas weren't $20 to start. Like these, I don't know what they're costing. I'm curious of what they're paying retail wise when they buy a case. They have to be paying like $8 to make something, $8 maybe per unit to be making money off of them. Because Toy Temple is also then sending in a sorter, which costs you like, it might cost you 25 to 50 cents, whatever, depending on how many you get made. You're also then, you might sit on some, you might sell some for $20, you might sell some for $30 on Whatnot, but you might sell some for $12 on Whatnot too. So it's like all that kind of stuff. And now a whole new stock of stuff. People are going to move on from the old stuff, but some people still want the old stuff, I think. But the super hunt, I think, will calm down. That'll be like the new super hunt for the heavy buyers. Like there's always heavy buyers in there. Has to be at least, I couldn't imagine it being over $8. It might be even under per unit if they're buying mass units, not like one case. Like they're contract in, and they probably have to buy like something of everything. They probably like saying, okay, well, you can't just buy Batman only because Batman will do well. You have to buy also I don't know how popular Chowder is going to be, but you have to buy so many of Chowder too, and you have to buy so many of Battlestar Galactica, and you have to buy so many of with non-supers and Over the Garden Wall, stuff like that. That's like offshoot of stuff, so they're going to have that. But excited about some of those. Definitely some good ones. Yeah, they do sell full cases, but they sell them for full price. If you look at divide out the price, they're not giving you a discount for them, which I mean, I think they're giving you a shipping discount, which could be pretty nice. I mean, it's probably $50 to ship those, but people are buying the cases because they're also then. You can't do that though. I think you can't buy a case from someone at full price unless they're going to be a hot case. Like if they sold a case of Batman, you probably could break those online and make money off of those. It's selling a full case of something else with a super. You're also not guaranteed a super in these with the 48 pieces and the stuff. So it's the supers and then the ultras. Maybe every 2-3 cases you're getting one. So it's not like you're guaranteed to get one. So I have a bunch too, Randy. Funny thing is, I think I was just talking to someone the other day about it. I have a bunch in storage of OG stuff. Like I'm talking about all the turtles, a sealed case, probably of every turtle, a sealed case of Sonic, sealed case of Scareglow, uh, probably a sealed case of what else was some of the hot ones from back in the day. Shredder, I think. I think I have sealed case of Space Ghost, Spooky Space Kook. Yeah, Spooky Space Kook and some of those. So, but yeah, after a couple weeks, you can buy out cases cheaper. You can also like just depend on what you want to do, like what you're going after. Um, Sometimes it's better just to buy them. I know someone was like, "Oh, you could just buy a case of them if you're going after them," but on Whatnot, they're buying them. If you can buy them for $15 each, it comes out cheaper than a case sometimes too. So it just depends. It's what you want to go after. It's what you really want. How many heroes can you really have and then do it? So, oh, Sully, yeah, Sully's a great one. Oh, you have like the full master then of a soda. So to see that thing, like they don't have the super. Like they had the super in those sodas. Imagine, Randy, how crazy the super and the sodas would have done back in the day. Like if they added that. We've always talked about that. Just like they had the mystery minis, they had the 1 in 72. Imagine if they had the 1 in 72 soda, where you had to get two master cases to potentially get one of those. So someone's going to get a 1 in 72. Like that right there, if they did that and brought those back, I think it's a perfect time for that. I don't know why they're switching to these other. I guess they can go everywhere with them, but I think if they wanted to go to a niche like Thrilljoy with certain companies, I think sodas could survive with that. But the problem is now, I don't know if I wonder how the companies would they would, I guess, run both. Like they do. They run like a break stream for Thrilljoy and they run a break stream for Labubu or Blind Box stuff and other things. So Pop Mart and stuff like that. So all of them are doing break streams with those kind of things. So you could build an army with hero golems. You know what though? Like that was one I got lucky in store because you could feel that. I can feel this in store, and I was like, I'm grabbing it, and you could definitely, and in that James, I sent you the other one, right? We traded for the other one because I think you could feel those like in store if you got lucky enough. But if you unlucky like me and find some ripped ones, I will say. Speaking of that, if you guys remember a post I made on Instagram, what was it, like a few days ago, about a week ago? I went into a Hot Topic, bought 4 Thrilljoy, didn't really think about it, just grabbed four two different ones of two different, like two of different ones, and I was like, okay, I'll take these home. I'll crack them, keep them for video or something. I have coupon, I have rewards to use. So they came out for $30 for 4 Thrilljoy. Like we're talking about like $8 a Thrilljoy, so like $9 a Thrilljoy, something like that. $8 a Thrilljoy, yeah, because it came out to like $32 or something. So I was like, all right, I'll just buy these and open them at home. As soon as I got home, I like grabbed one of the boxes and I'm like, wait a minute, these bottoms are all slit. Every bottom was slit on them. I'm thinking they were returns, and Shannon took them back this week for me. They're like, oh, it's a production error, and Sharon's like, no, look, you can, like, this is how you can see into the bottom of them when they do a slit like that. What they do is slit just the seal on the bottom, and it's hard to tell because it's such a fine, it's still so tight. They just cut right here, and then you look into here and you say, oh, look, I can see the green of the Scareglow, or sometimes you can see the name or something like that. You don't even have to do that much more, and you can see them. So either they did it, I doubt they did it in store because they're up high and they would have to get them all down and do that. I think they're returns. Like someone bought them online, did that to all of them, took them back to the store, returned them, said, I don't want these from Christmas or whatever, and then kept the chases if they got any chases. So I told Shannon, like, warn them about it, like, Jack. They were trying to say it was production error, and like, nope, no, this is what people do. And she showed them. I don't know if they did anything about it. Hopefully, they didn't put them back on shelves for other people to get. If I go back in there, I'll be like, come on. I know your manager. Do better. like you guys should know what's going on with this. And then also, what was the other thing? That they did refund me just my money I paid, but I did $20 in rewards. I don't care about the coupon. It's 30% off coupon. It expired, I think, already, or soon it expires. I can live without it. It didn't work online for Thrilljoy when I tried anyways, because that's what I first tried. I went I went online to their chat support with Hot Topic, which is actually pretty good if you ever use that. They did give me $20 back in rewards, and they said they don't typically do that, but they'll do that this time, and you have 45 days to use them. So I have $20 back in the rewards. I'll probably use tomorrow if they drop some Thrilljoy. So I'll buy more stuff from them. But cool to see stuff like that happen. You know what? They're right next to it, and they were really high. Like, I really had to like be on like my tippy toes to reach them. So it's not like I think they got them back from someone. I don't think someone sat there and storing that. It would be pretty obvious if you tried to do that, I think, unless you like took them and then took them around back and then took them back, but they also didn't know that people did that. So when they get returned, they didn't check, I'm sure. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them were returns. Hopefully employees didn't do that. Cross-saved. Yeah. I think that I liked when they used to, that's where they kept all the new stuff. And for a while they had a shelf that had all the Thrilljoy on it, and then they moved them up top. I don't know why. I don't know if they did it so people couldn't just grab them or what. But then the new stuff they kept with the new Funko right behind their counter at one time. But I don't know if they stopped doing that, or they haven't really got anything new in, like Over the Garden Wall. When SpongeBob came in, they had those, but they haven't really got anything new in. They didn't get a lot of the new wave, and it seemed like. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I'm trying to think of what's coming up this week. So we have video coming out on Saturday. Usually we try to do now Tuesday, Saturday. I know Vince says Tuesday, Thursday. I'm trying to do Tuesday, Saturday. I tried a later time. This time it seemed to work. I don't know if it's just the video too. I do have, I think, some autograph mystery boxes. I also have some limited pops I need to unbox. So I don't know if that'll be like all limited stuff, but I kind of also want to talk about one thing real quick. How many people are NFT drop collectors that are like waiting for everything to come in? Like, who's waiting for stuff they had for NFTs still to come in? I'm just curious in the chat here. I know not everyone's on the chat, so a lot of people watch the lives on TV, which is cool too as well. So I appreciate you guys when you watch the lives or go watch the live stream afterwards or anything. I saw some people scanning some of the QR codes. I appreciate that. I actually see when you scan a QR code, by the way, it pops up on my screen. So I know when people do it. So I appreciate you guys when you scan the QR codes and go bookmark some stuff or go over or whatnot and those kind of things. But a couple of people, David's waiting for some. I know Gus is waiting for some. A couple other people might be waiting for things. So one thing I want to tell everyone out, probably talk about in the video as well too, but one thing is not just the weight of them. I know several are behind from Q4 and Q3. Toy Story is supposed to be done already. Festival of Fun is supposed to be done. Both of those are Q3, by the way. And now Q4 has passed. So Q4 was everything from April Fools and back. So still waiting on those. Yeah, Freddy Funko is Maleficent. That'll be a while. Like that's going to be definitely probably Q2 or maybe Q3 at this point with all the rest. But that hasn't ended yet. But Toy Story should have come in, I think, by now. Festival of Fun definitely should have been sent by now if Avatar is being sent. I don't get what's going on. Toy Story should have been before Avatar too as well. Avatar is one of the issues. If you got a Roku, Avatar Roku, the Grail pop, it is not a standard size pop. You do have to message, and I'm going to do this in a video when I talk about the Avatar ones. I was very disappointed in how Drop handled this. They did not. They let you choose protectors for it. Then it became a Pop Plus kind of size, which isn't technically like a 6-inch, but it's also like the SpongeBob cleaning pop, so it's bigger. If you've seen that one, the Roku one, I think Gus opened his Roku maybe today as well too. But that one does not fit in a pop protector, of course, so they couldn't send it with it. So they knew they didn't send it, and they didn't refund people automatically for it. So everyone has to email support, email all your information, your redemption ID, your drop ID, all that kind of stuff, and then also send pictures. I'm like, what am I supposed to send a picture of? You didn't send it. Like, it didn't come. I can send you, I guess. And I sent them a picture of my 3 Roku pops that I did not get anything from. So didn't get it. But yeah. Oh, go eat. Thanks for hanging out with us, James, and thanks for having a great night and the great trades. Appreciate always the Thrilljoy trades. Like I said, that's what I try to do with my extra chases, is try to trade sometimes. So that's a good way to kind of, if you have an extra chase, to trade for other chases or stuff like that. If you're looking for ones in particular, though, I think. Yeah, waiting for Proto from Festival of Fun, the big one. I think I'm afraid it's going to be a whole mech. The Freddy mech. I hopefully it's learned their lesson how to send the bigger ones, because this is only the second 10-inch one we got from the Festival of Fun, the bigger Proto. Oy, I'm afraid for those for some reason. But yeah, I'm just disappointed with Drop with their support. I don't get why they didn't refund people automatically when they knew they didn't send them. Like any other company that doesn't send me a product before it goes in the mail and they knowingly don't send it. It's not like accident or, oh, I forgot to put a pop protector on your pop. It's, we can't put it on these pops. We know that as a company. We know that as Drop, and we screwed up by ordering them. We should have automatically refunded everyone at that time, period. Like any other company, if I order something from Best Buy, they don't ship me a SD card on purpose because they're out of stock. They don't charge me for the SD card. They take it off or refund me for it. Anything like that, like any kind of company that's sending you anything, refund you before they send it. They don't charge you and then say, you got to jump through our support to get it. It's not because of accident. We know we didn't send it to you. We knew no one could get those sent to them, but we want to have people jump through hoops instead. I just kind of, they do that and they make no sense. Like, there's no need for a picture. You look up the redemption ID. They have a Roku order with a pop protector. Refund them. Period. Like, there shouldn't be a need for a bunch of hoops. There shouldn't even be a need for content export. It should have been automatically refunded to everyone. But that's my thought. That's my pitch. I'll probably talk about it in a video too. You guys get a preview of a little bit of a rant for me, because I'm kind of disappointed in that. Disappointed in the communication. We haven't got communication about any kind of shipping since November 8th or something like that, or 18th. Yeah, well, they can't because it doesn't fit on there. It's their mistake. They should have known what size pop it is. I don't get it. But yeah, here, I'll go to their last update. I'll show you guys. Oh, wait, do they have a new announcement? Or no, it's the same old announcements. Nothing new. I was like, oh, they have something new? Nope. All right. Last announcement by Drop team. Let's share screen. Discord. So last announcement by Drop Team was on November 19th, with almost coming up on 2 months ago. Batman 85 began shipping last week. That was shipped to everyone. Erica's started shipping within the next couple of weeks. Erica's came for some of us. Certain people did not get their Ericas yet. They've reached out and have not gotten why they haven't got their Ericas yet, which I'm very disappointed in, because everyone should have got them sent at the same time, since it was such a big deal in the first place. Magician Assistant replacement boxes, these have arrived and will be available soon for replacements. I emailed them many moons ago about this. Have not got my replacement box yet, and have not heard that if they're shipped or not. Sometimes you don't hear, they show up, but haven't got anything. Festival Fun current ETA late December, more likely January. Well, it's January. Hopefully we see something soon about that. Freddy's Dark Valentine start shipping November 21st. Those shipped. Nothing about Toy Story in there, which they don't even mention about Avatar, which is weird. Like, they don't mention Avatar anywhere in their announcements. They already shipped Avatar. Why didn't they send out an announcement? Hey, we're shipping Avatar. Toy Story's in this. Festival of Fun is still this. Like, update people on stuff on a more regular basis. My rant for the night. Thank you, guys. That was my rant for the night. It's like, why, oh, why? So if you haven't seen it, here's where it is. So these were their, that was their posting there. I don't get it. So I wish they really thought about how they're doing that. So I don't get it. Maybe they're trying to do something different with it, but made no sense for drops to kind of like not really. I don't know. I think Patrick's actually one person and he does everything, because I see like someone else in support, which you can, if you go on to Discord, which I don't think Discord's the, it's funny, like, please DM me. Like, people have DM'd and not gotten a response back too. I don't know. Just like, look at this for the channel. No, you guys don't post anything. That's why everyone keeps asking. I think people, they don't get it. Like, people keep posting because people aren't getting answers. And that's the problem. But it's funny. They refunded my money pretty quick once I sent photos. I still not like happy how they dealt with the situation, but I got my money refunded for the protector, which I'm hoping none of those are damaged at all. I didn't look at them close enough. So that'll be my next thing, going through all my avatar, making sure no damages happen, because I think we only got a finite time before Drop starts supporting stuff in the next 2 or 3 months. So if you get anything in and notice any issues, like, contact them right away and send photos, send redemption ID number, send your drop ID number, send your name, send shipping information, send everything, because that's what they're going to ask for. So hopefully that works for everyone. And Disney Villains is coming up, ending. Disney Villains ends next week, everyone, right? Next Friday. Is that it? That's it, right? Next Friday is like the last one, and we still don't know what's going to happen to our NFTs. But redemption should be happening. They haven't even posted about that. Maybe tomorrow they will, because it'll be a week away. But next Friday should be it for redemption. So if you want to get the Disney villain and buy it through Drop directly with USDC, good time to do that. Probably your best prices once they hit the market. And once they're done here, they're just going to hit physical market, and it's going to be several months. And it's going to be a lot more, I think, for a lot of them. They're not going to go down in price. I think they're going to go up in price, all of those. And that's going to be it. So do it. I have a couple for sale, too, because I got more than enough. So I put a couple up for sale on Drop, so I can make some money back on those. But nothing crazy. Like, I make more money back on them when they come physically in. But I figured sell a couple. Last USDC, I used to use it to buy packs and other things, but there's nothing else to buy. Sadly, nothing else to buy. So that this is it. Drop after the redemption next week. Boom, we're done. We're done. We're just waiting for all our stuff. We can all complain, waiting for everything to come in after that. That's about it. And that's it for tonight, folks. I think that's all. Like I said, we don't have PFO next week, but I do have an auction next week. So if you'd like to come out, you haven't bookmarked that auction, come out and hang out with us next week. I might do a surprise set in addition to having normal stuff and buy now and everything like that. I think if you guys would like a surprise set, I'll put up something fun with that. And then we have our charity auction, like I said, a little over a month from now. So if you'd like to send anything over, please let me know. We'll be getting the bit from that. I know I have a couple people sending some stuff over, but nothing crazy. This is not as crazy as the fall one, definitely. But I do like to raise some money for the Dream Gala, which we usually commit to matching funds over the next year. So that means we have a year. We have more than a year, but usually I try to get done within a year to raise $5,000 to $10,000 to get our matching fund of $5,000 to $10,000 more to match that. So depending on what we raise, we doing. Yeah, thanks, Evelyn. I wanted to go solo for you guys. Wanted to hang out. I thought there was enough to talk about, especially with all the Thrilljoy drop, all that good stuff. I appreciate David hanging out. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with me. I know it's not the same with all three of us not on, but or at least Vince and I not hanging out too. So it's always a little different. But I appreciate you guys coming out on Thursday nights when you do, and hopefully you're watching the replay. You're having a good time. I didn't rant too long at the end of the night, but I had to get that out because it's like it doesn't make sense, some of it. So hopefully everyone has a great weekend. I will see everyone next week. Like I said, we have video, should be Saturday. We have also Whatnot auction on Wednesday. No PFO next Thursday. After that, the following Thursday, we'll be back on Vince's channel. I don't know what Vince has, but he's back to his normal schedule next week. He said Tuesday, Thursdays. I'm glad he's feeling better. He's over the flu, all that good stuff. I have no idea what John's schedule is. I don't think he has an idea what his schedule is, but he's also doing Lego channel stuff and all that. So I don't know what's going on over there. Don't really know much. But yeah, have a great night. We'll see you next time, everyone. And have a great weekend, because it is my weekend officially. So I'm going to go enjoy my weekend. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one. And I'll see you.